Masters season. I'm Travis Vanisendorp, bringing you the first race, obviously, Daytona. Why did you? Okay. We got 15 competitors here tonight. 4 cars to make the race, unfortunately. Let's see. One car already off into the grass. That'd be Fernando Rosario? I think that's how you say his name. Following him, the Steve. Oh wow, that's a name. Kuntz, I think is how you say that. Phil Fabian. Then. I'm not sure how to say his name. Stephane? I'm not sure. Dylan Baum, familiar with that one. Ridwan, behind him. Luke Allen. Connor Hannock. This would be. Not sure. Oh, the PSN, unfortunately. I'm not sure who that is, unfortunately. But we'll go back up to the first car, Fernando. First car on the lap. Maybe it's not, I'm not sure. I'm trying to look at the track map. Yeah, it would be Fernando. First car on the lap. Pretty sure. I think all these other cars are just getting out of the pits. See Riker Lommel side by side with the Canadian. I'm not sure who that is either. I'm trying to get used to these names, not familiar. That would be George. I'm not gonna attempt to say that last name. Don't want to butcher it. It's Fernando. Like I said, pretty sure he's the first car to be on an actual lap. Coming down, exiting the infield portion of the course. I'm not sure who that car was that's off. Let's see here if we get a better camera. What's that? Go. The chase came here for a second. I was trying to see if we could get his name, that car that was off, but I'm not sure who that was, unfortunately. As we'll come into the chicane, as you see. Bunch of green cars, an SLP car. Cars. Either AJ or Jackson. I think Jackson didn't appear tonight, so it'd just be AJ then. Lone 44R entry. This car into the pits. Again, not 100% sure what the name is. Second and a half off Ridwan, who lays down a blistering lap, a 144.8. Top of the board for Ridwan, and then again, not completely sure, unfortunately, what his PSN is. As you see everybody getting their laps in. AJ Knickles 6th on the board. Connor Hannock right behind him, as all these guys just setting out laps, not real laps. The last real lap might be Riker Lommel. I'm not even sure if that's a real lap. 2.5 off the pace of Ridwan. Ridwan had a really good, I think that was Super GT season. Won all but one event, I'm pretty sure. P2 right now, whoever this guy is, Schumacher. I'm not familiar with all these names, so it'll be a second until I'm up to speed. Let's see Ridwan, our pole sitter right now, on another flying lap. Pretty sure this is Keenan Kimber, I know who this is. Keenan Kimber, P3 on the board, really sporty lap for him. The Windy City SimSport Porsche, a little bit up on his lap time right now. Right behind him, driving for Speed Thieves Esports, Matthew Stott's own team, Steve Kuntz, I think it's Kuntz, alright, yeah. Keenan is here. Riker Lommel, as I said, 5th, and I think Adam Pelgrosa might have got a lap in, not 100% sure though. Riker Lommel, usually a commentator, commentates a lot of the Project Cars events. Races over here on GT7. So you see everybody coming in to get new softs now. Ridwan, Keenan, all those guys. Steve Kuntz. On the lap here. Connor Hannock, another flyer. Goes up the leaderboard a little bit. Same with AJ. It's Luke Allen into the barriers in turn 1. Not sure what happened there. Might have just overcooked it. Riker Lommel does go faster. so it wasn't all the pace he had in that lap. Then Fernando goes a little bit faster, goes to P2. Luke Allen P3 now. A bunch of guys jumped Keenan Kimber there, and Mr. Schumacher. George went P10. It's like about the top 12 has actual laps. Everybody else is still looking to get their first hot lap in. See everybody in the infield besides the one lone car in the backstretch. We'll see if we can try and find that car. That would be, let's see who this is. I'm gonna guess this is Marcus Snow, Toothless Tandem Racing. Car would be obviously a Mazda. Mountain Dew sponsor that car. Only car down here in turn, I guess there must be NASCAR 3 and 4. Outlap, as you can see on the top of your screen. So not an actual time lap for him. We'll see where he can set his first time lap at. Or actually, it might, not sure if it's his first time lap. That could also just be his pace right now. Again, a lot of people not really close to Ridwan. Still a lot of time left in the session to go. Try and up your lap. There's a bunch of outlaps. This isn't an outlap right here, at least it doesn't say so. Fernando, but it 100% is. I don't even... maybe it's not. Maybe I'm wrong. See, comes across the line here in about 5 seconds. If it's an improvement, I don't think it might be just a little bit. Oh wow, it's more than a little bit. Fernando top of the board jumps Ridwan, who is now on a timed lap. See if he can improve by 6.5 hundredths. It's top 5, all within a second. AJ Knickel on an outlap, about to start his first time lap. Get back here, you can see that he's got a lot of slipstream, hoping to get enough slipstream to maybe catapult him to the top of the board. Fidel Fabian stopped in turn 1. Not sure what that's about. Adam Pelk also in front of these guys. Hope he doesn't slow them up. Fernando gonna dive back into the pits. Or no, that's not Fernando, sorry. That is, man, I don't want to butcher it. I think it's Stefan. I think that's how you say that. I feel bad if I did butcher it. But, so got names mixed up there. That's Stefan, who's top of the board. Ridwan second. Luke Allen, P3. And then hopefully I can get this guy's name when he comes across. Oh, nope, he's gonna go back to the pit. Sorry, that's great. AJ Knickel up a 10th though. That would move him ahead of P4. Wouldn't get him P3, but P4 is still a solid effort of the Canadian. Still a 10th up as he goes into the back chicane. Only chicane, I guess. I think that's Fernando, who just set a lap time, right? No, that's Steve. Good, sorry. That's great. It's gonna take a second, like I said, to get all the names correct. Only person not with 12.5 seconds up as I say that. That would put him around P5. Keenan Kimber sets another fast lap time, catapults him ahead of what was P4 into P4. Only 4/10 off the pole sitter, who is Stefan Ridwan, trying to get another fast lap in. This would be his final lap. AJ Knickel now goes P3. Got a lot through that bus stop. Chicane. Dylan Baum P7. Maybe he'll try again on this, but I'm not sure if he'd be able to get anything out of it. Or no, it doesn't look like, okay, no. So all those guys set their final laps. There's a few guys that are not gonna set final laps this session. Ridwan being one of those. AJ is not. Luke Allen's got a 3-second time penalty. He won't be able to do anything. Keenan Kimber though, following Ridwan, maybe gonna try and get a slipstream. Get ahead of maybe Luke and AJ. Maybe even farther up the grid. 2/10 down, exiting the infield. See if he can improve on that through the oval section. So it's a nice slipstream from Ridwan here. Gained about almost a 10th there through that section. Gonna have to have a good bus stop if he wants to even get ahead of Luke Allen. It's a little bit wide. Yeah, it's not going to happen. I had to slow down too much for the second part of that bus stop. See if Ridwan now can improve on his lap time. Steve Kuhn sets a fast lap time up to P8, faster lap time. So all Ridwan needs is that 600s. Not sure if he's going to be able to get it at the line. Not going to happen. 300s off of his fastest lap time. So that leaves Stefan with the pole. Ridwan second, AJ Knickel third. Unless there's any surprises out there that still are yet to set lap times. Connor Hannick's coming around, but he doesn't. Awesome. Interruption. Alright. Looks like nobody else had a lap, so we'll go down through the order. Svain P1, Ridwan P2, AJ Knickel P3, Luke Allen P4, Keenan Kimber P5. Still not 100% sure who this is, but he is P6. Dylan Baum P7, Steve Kuntz P8. And this is, if I can get their name. Alright, this is Fernando Rosario. He is P9. And then this would be, man, names are so different. Marcus Snow P10, Connor Hannick P11, George Arfano, I think is how you would say that, P12, Riker Lommel P13, and I'm not 100% sure after that. Oh, here, I might be able to, can I go down here? Yeah, I can. Alright, cool. Adam Pelk P14, Fidel Fabian rounds out the grid P15. Pretty far off the pace for Fidel. Hope he can find a little bit more. Maybe even contend for maybe a top 10 really here is all you can really hope for. Back half of the grid, really just not that close to the front half. It's gotta see how many cars. Top 10 all within a second, and then after that it's just falls off a good bit. Connor Hannick, first one of those cars, who needs to find a little pace if he wants a chance at anything good here tonight. First up, we'll have the sprint race though, 7 laps. So nice little race to see what you have in your race car. See if you need to make any changes for the feature in your either your driving style or the car itself. I'm not really sure what you can do besides downforce. But I doubt you would want to have that any higher than the lowest possible. So waiting for the race to start up here. That would be ideal. Should be any second now. Maybe I can get a look at this guy's PSN. That would be great. Okay. Scorsese. Who's that? Tyler Heff. Alright. FR Racing. Alright. That helps a lot. Not even a hard name to say. Just didn't know what it was. Alright, so Tyler Heff P6. It's 8 seconds until we get into the race here. Should be a rolling start. I don't see any way that it could be standing here. The banking would kind of hurt that. Alright. So 3 red lights, 4. And we are off and away, a standing start. Great start for, oh no, Ridwan did not get away good. A few bumps there from the 4th place starter. I think that would be Tyler Heff, so he's down the board already. Dylan Baum, fantastic start from P7, up to P2 already. Down into turn 1. Not a lot of contact, it looks like. Most everybody gets away. A little bit of lag issues there in about P5. Keenan Kimber, also a great start, up to P2 for him. AJ Knickel, P4, pretty much evened out as a car sends AJ off the racetrack. AJ gets spun. I'm not sure who made contact there. I think that would be Fernando Rosario who made contact with Ridwan. Send it AJ all the way back to P15 and now, oh man, God. Steve Kuntz gets sent off the racetrack. He's back in a P7. Doesn't lose that much time. Adam Pelk and Riker Lommel side by side back there for P8. Back to the front of the grid. Keenan Kimber trying to chase down. Oh man, if I could remember these names, that'd be great. Stefan, our pole sitter. All right, thank you. Gonna have a great slipstream through here. Maybe tries to move into the bus stop. Meanwhile, side by side back here for P7. It'd be Riker Lommel trying to make his way up through the grid after a kind of a disappointing qualifying. Connor Hannick trying to go around the outside of Dylan Baum. Keenan Kimber didn't get as close as I thought he would. Meanwhile, Dylan Baum all over the back of Connor now as Connor completes that pass. Now tries to set after Fernando. 9, but he's going to try and make a move on Adam Pelk here. Down the inside, Adam gives him the room. Meanwhile, AJ Knickel already back up to 12th. It looks like another car had an issue. That was Luke Allen. Might have got sent off in the lag. Didn't exactly see what happened to him. Riker Lommel also had an issue. Fernando Rosario back with AJ Knickel now. He got sent spinning. Again, not exactly sure who with all the lag you can see. Pretty solid camera. Oh, wow. Bumping between Tyler, or not Tyler, that'd be Steve. Nope. God. Marcus Snow. Alright, Marcus Snow and then Fernando Rosario. Fernando probably not too happy with the entire field after getting sent back to 13th. Oh, more contact in here. AJ Knickel trying to avoid it. That would be Dylan Baum who got sent off the racetrack. So Dylan in the second horseshoe is now in the back. Lots of action going on here. Let's go on board here with George Onferio, trying to just get through all the carnage. Fidel Fabian from the back of the grid to P8. Great start from him. AJ Knickel already back up to P7. Good recovery so far. Adam Pelk just kept his nose clean so far and is in P6. Doesn't look like he has enough downforce taken away from that vehicle though. He's going to get passed really quickly by AJ Knickel. Tyler Heff though, also a good recovery, up to P5 already. As Ridwan tries to chase down the 2 leaders of Keenan Kimber and really Fernando, no, not Fernando, God, Stefan. I guess it'd be Roby Chad? That sounds right. Keenan Kimber though has gotten right up to the back bumper of him. Kind of pulled out of the slipstream of Ridwan as he'll try and go around the outside in turn 1. Not gonna happen though, he'll just tuck back in. It's already 3 laps into this race. Got top 2 all over each other. Keenan Kimber now gonna try around the outside again in this first horseshoe. Sends it in there really deep. Gets a little bit of a lag bump there. It's now Ridwan is closed onto the back of these 2. Ridwan gonna try and find a way around Stefan now. Got the preferred line into the kink here. Gonna easily get by Stefan. Now he's gonna try and make quick work at Keenan Kimber. Looks to the outside and the second horseshoe. Not gonna make it work though. Way too wide there. So maybe just trying to get a run off. Get some slipstream here. Top 3 still all over each other. Connor Hannick, P4. Pretty sure AJ got around Tyler Heff. He indeed did. Fidel Fabian, P7 now, got around Adam Pelk. And then this would be Steve Kuntz, as I've said a million times. P9, George Onferio, P10. No, not Matthew Snow. It's something else Snow. I know it. Marcus Snow. Alright, that's what I thought it was Matthew. So there's your top 11. Carson the back, Luke Allen, Dylan Baum. Both, I'm gonna guess, unfortunately got involved in incidents as Ridwan now gonna try and make a move for the lead. Got to the inside of Keenan Kimber off the exit of the bus stop. I guess it'd be chicane. I don't really care. It's the same thing. But Keenan slots back in line in P2 now. Didn't even get a lap wet. He'll try and use the slipstream to go back around the outside of Ridwan. Meanwhile, Stefan is gonna have a great run on these 2. Not gonna be able to do anything into turn 1. They're way too far back for that. Keenan gonna try and go around the outside again. Ridwan covers that off, late braking. Keenan though maybe tries a crossover on the exit. Ridwan a little bit into the grass. Keenan Kimber looking to the inside. Oh, not gonna happen though. Guess I'm missing that. Oh, I can't tell if both of them are off or not. All right, Keenan Kimber still right on the back of Ridwan though. If he can just stay here, he'll have a chance at it. It's just the infield section he's got to be pretty good through to stay with Ridwan. So far, great race up here, even though a lot of carnage in the back. AJ Knickel, after getting spun on lap 1, is up to P4. Oh, something happened back here. Somebody else got spun. Connor Hannick is back to P15. So not a great race for, I guess that'd be LA7 Racing, yeah. P15 and P12 right now. Meanwhile, back up in the front, Keenan Kimber just trying to stay in the slipstream, stay with Ridwan. Maybe try and compete for this sprint win, as we'll be coming to 3 to go at the line. Gets within 2/10 here before the chicane. Let's see how he gets through the chicane though, that's the main part. Misses the first little bit of curbing. It looked solid through the rest. 6/10 back after it though. Still up on his lap time, it said, so. Although his lap time is about 6/10 off of your leader, Ridwan Hamza, I guess that'd be? Yeah, Ridwan Hamza. That's AJ Knickel trying to see if he can maybe even chase down these leaders. He's got a little bit of time, gained a little bit of time, I should say, on the leaders. So that's a really good lap there for not really having much draft. 145.6 for him. AJ at 145.5, so about a 10th on Ridwan there. Keenan Kimber gonna look to the inside in the first bus stop, late braking, sends it in there, makes a little bit of contact, but it's gonna complete the pass. Keenan Kimber back to the lead. Ridwan gonna try and get back around maybe in the second horseshoe. We're just probably wait till the oval section. Takes a peek at the outside, but that's not gonna be the move. Don't want to make it there. Keenan gets a little bit wide though. So now he's going to have a look around the outside on the exit of the infield section. That's also not going to happen. Maybe a crossover on the exit. Not enough of a runoff. Top 3 under a blanket here. All under 8/10 is AJ Knickel. Still not. I just don't think he's got enough time, even if he was gaining. Just no drafts. Just not going to happen for him, unfortunately. But about 2.5 laps here to go in the sprint race. Ridwan made a great comeback after not getting a good start at the beginning. Now he's going to try and get back around Keenan Kimber for the lead here. Out of the bus stop. Gets a pretty good run through the bus stop considering all the other racers we've seen, or drivers we've seen, go through there and lose time. So he'll have a run. Let's see if he looks to the outside here. He does. Going to try and go around the outside of Keenan Kimber. Gonna have to be late braking here and somehow stick through the corner without going off. Looks like he might have just, no, he didn't give up on the move. He's gonna send it in there deep. Goes a little bit wide, but not enough to ruin his lane. Keenan Kimber also went a little wide, covered him off. Let's go alongside with, or go along, right along, jeez. It's Ridwan here into the first chicane. Just following Keenan Kimber, trying to see if he can gain any time. Said AJ Knickel probably wasn't in this, but he's just so close, man. Under 3 seconds again. Just, that draft is going to be very vital in contending for this win. So we do have a top 8 invert after this, or at least it's set on Simply Pro, so I'd assume that's what it'd be. I'm not 100% sure though. Keenan Kimber a little bit later on the brakes than Ridwan. Oh, Keenan, huge moment there on the exit. Didn't lose that much time from it, still good amount of time. A lap and a half remaining here as they go onto the oval section. Within 3/10, Ridwan, as he's kind of gapped Stefan a little bit. Stefan's really just chilling there. He's hoping maybe these two get into it. Try and go side by side in a part they don't want to. Ridwan looks to the outside. Not going to happen though. He's going to have to follow along in the bus stop. Oh, gets a huge moment there. Camera missed a little bit of it as I was switching back to this one. But he's still within 4/10. Gonna have to have another look around the outside here. I assume Stefan's got a huge run as well. See if he pushes Ridwan or goes to make a move. He's gonna push Ridwan. Ridwan's gonna have an even bigger run than he already had. Gonna look around the outside. Gonna have to be late on the brakes. We'll go along with him. Oh, Keenan's going to get into him. Oh, Ridwan and Keenan both off. Stefane's going to be able to take advantage. Now they're side by side, back for the lead. Stefane, Keenan, Kimber. AJ Knickel too far back now to make any run at this. Ridwan late on the brakes, got into Keenan a little bit, moved him up the racetrack. Now Ridwan back into second. Somehow Stefane didn't get in any positions from that in the long term. He's still got a chance within 5/10 here. Ridwan gonna be probably not too happy with Keenan just shoving him off the racetrack in turn 1. Brake rotor's glowing red. Keenan really loose off that corner. Probably gonna have to cover off the inside. He does. Ridwan looks to the outside. Not gonna happen though. Keenan might have left the door open to the inside. He did. So Ridwan back to the inside. He might have this race under wrap now, because I'm not sure if Keenan is able to stay as close as he is in the bus stop. Just gonna have to see Keenan's entry here. Still though, side by side. Maybe he might just stick it out and try and go side by side through the bus stop, knowing he can't follow. So we'll go along with him. Keenan Kimber edges him out at the end. Ridwan late on the brakes. Clears him. We'll see if Keenan has anything for him before the line. Gonna be within 3/10. Gonna just have to follow, see if Stefane maybe even gives him a push. Keenan Kimber using that slipstream to full effect. Gonna have the run here. Might have 3 wide action here. Stefane gonna look in the middle. 3 wide coming to the checkered flag. Stefane from 3rd to 1st is gonna take the victory in the sprint race. What a move by Stefane, using the slipstream to catch both of the top 2 and take the win here. Oh, what a move. Great move from Stefane. Keenan Kimber P2. Ridwan goes from 1st to 3rd. AJ Knickel with outstanding comeback there to finish P4. Tyler Heff P5. Fidel Fabian last on the grid to P6. Another great comeback. George Onferio P7. This is Marcus Snow P8. Solid from him. Steve Kuntz P9. Luke Allen P10. Got spun. Never was able to make up the ground. Fernando Rosario, same thing, P11. Riker Lommel, same thing, P12. Adam Pelk didn't seem like he had the pace in his race car, P13. Connor Hannick, P14. And looks like Dylan Baum's having a little bit of fun. Not really sure if he's too happy with his car performance after getting spun. Looks like he just didn't have it under him today, P15. But once again, Stefane Obichad, just an outstanding move to go from 3rd to 1st in the trial, scoring the win in the sprint race. Yep, alright, it is a top 8 invert. Alright, so I was correct. So top 8 invert here for the main. So that means, if I'm correct, let's go look at the stream. So it's going to be Marcus Snow on pole, George Onferio P2, Fidel Fabian P3, Tyler Heff P4, AJ Knickel P5, Ridwan P6, Keenan Kimber P7, and our sprint race winner, Stefane Robichad, will start P8. Just great racing there from the top 3, and not really sure about the rest of the pack. A lot of contact there. Even front of the pack had contact at the start. But an outstanding finish at the very least. AJ Knickel really also got within a 2.5 seconds there, so a couple more laps, he might have had a shot at it, but unfortunately, that's just not how it worked. Let's see, how many laps do we have for this main event? Feature race, whatever you want to call it. We got 14, so doubled. I'm pretty sure you do have to make a pit stop in this, so not sure. I don't think you'll have to change compounds, but see at least one pit stop. Just outstanding racing from the top 3. AJ Knickel not entered yet. Let's see if we have any comments. Not much. Alright. Kind of just a little bit of a cool down there after that really, really exciting finish. 3 wide for the sprint race win. Matthew, don't get sassy with me. So once AJ's got the lineup set, we'll be good to go here. So I probably should have done an interview. Probably would have worked. Oh yeah, I forgot you did that. Yeah, thanks. It's not doing bombs not entered. Well, you know what? I'll just set my controller down. Wait. There we go. Alright. Or maybe. Oh, Luke Allen's the one who has to do it. Alright, not AJ. Now I feel bad. It's waiting for Luke to set the lobby up. He had to change the laps and everything, of course. So get everybody entered, and then we'll be able to go. What do you mean? Why are you interviewing me? What? Yep, mediums and softs are the only tires you can use, so nobody can use hards. Not sure you would even want to try that in a 14-lap race anyway, where you have to pit once anyway. I would just, if I had to assume, if you don't have to change compounds, I think it'll just be soft. I don't see any reason why it would be anything other than that. Just waiting for Fernando Rosario and Stefan Roby Chad to, or wait no, Tyler Heff. I saw S and just assumed. All right, thanks Travis. Tyler Heff and Fernando Rosario to enter, and then we're good to go. But really, it's just if you can keep your nose clean, you pretty much have a really solid chance at a top 8. Really, I mean, Fidel Fabian just kind of snuck through there, didn't really do anything much, and finished P6. So he was in last. So just keep your nose clean. You'll have a good finish if it's anything like the sprint race start. Though you do have a little bit more time to recover if you do spin for Riker Lamo, Luke Allen, those guys. Connor Hannick also went around. LA7 not having a good day so far. Unfortunate because Luke Allen looked like he had a pretty solid race car in qualifying and then spun and wasn't able to make up the time. But everybody's entered now, so should be going green here in a few. I was surprised it was also standing. I didn't expect that. Didn't know you could do that on this game, which I like a lot more. It's exciting. We like exciting. Do you have an incident report? Maybe not. Never mind. There's just people talking in incident report. Alright. Waiting patiently, of course, for this. I'm not. Go sponsor ARC, and then I'll shout out your. Yeah. And please be quiet, Jamie. You're too loud. Just kind of chilling, vibing, waiting for this feature race to start. Bro thinks he's Ryan Bogey. Alright. Got the field set up. 3 seconds until we're loaded into the lobby, and I gotta get in there quick and change the HUD. Please, game. I beg. Okay, what is this? Alright, I don't care about that. Oh, wow, that would have been great to know. Alright. Alright, waiting for the red lights to appear. They do. 3, 4, 5. And we're green for the feature race. Oh, Marcus Snow doesn't get a great start. Fidel Fabian looks to his inside, trying to go third to first. 3 wide entering turn 1 for the lead. Because I didn't have my camera set. As this would be Tyler Heff, who goes from 4th to 1st. Oh, a lot of bumping and begging. I'm not sure who that was who went around. Oh, man. I think that's... Okay, I gotta change this back. Wow. Alright, I screwed up. George Onferio, who went around. Alright. Ridwan has a penalty, but he's went from 6th to 2nd. Fidel Fabian still 3rd. Marcus Snow from the lead to 4th. Not as much contact, not even close. Only 1 car around. See if it's the same through the 2nd horseshoe. First side by side, Fidel Fabian trying to fend off Marcus Snow. Keenan Kimber gets in there late, gonna move Marcus Snow off the racetrack. Marcus Snow is gonna lose a bunch of positions. Adam Pelk, another great start up the P5. Gonna try and fend off Fernando Rosario here. Not gonna happen. He'll get around him. AJ Knickel now gonna look, see if he can get around. Oh, there is someone who's around back here. Riker Lommel again. Dylan Baum again. Both around. Spun in the sprint race. Now gonna spin here. Marcus has a time penalty for getting pushed off, I guess. Top 2 are gone though. Tyler Heff, Ridwan, both gone. Ridwan's gonna serve that half a second penalty here on the front straightaway, I'd assume. Fidel Fabian probably doing Ridwan a favor though, because Keenan Kimber was his main, opponent there in that first race. Obviously you had Stefan, but I'm not sure what exactly happened to him. Where did he go? Am I blind? I might be. I could just be blind, and that's the problem. Fidel Fabian though, another solid start from him, just chilling in P3 where he started. Tyler Heff leads the first lap of this feature race. Ridwan 2.5 seconds back after the penalty. That's going to bring Fidel Fabian into his slipstream. Keenan Kimber, if he can stay with both of them, will be in it. So will pretty much everybody. Keenan Kimber's got a line of cars behind him. Fernando Rosario being one of those. I'm trying to find... Okay, this would be Stefan right here, I'm pretty sure, right? Already somehow lost... Yeah, alright. So, your winner from the sprint race is P11 and kind of struggling. He's going to have to find a way through, as I was being stupid and missed Fidel Fabian spinning out from P3. Not sure what happened there, but Keenan Kimber now has lost touch of Ridwan, who was trying to reel back in Tyler Heff. Great start from Tyler Heff. Went from P4 to the lead and kind of checked out here thanks to that penalty for Ridwan. AJ Knickel in P4. Trying to see if he can fight his way through the field. Adam Pelk got a better, no, that was Fernando who might have got a bad exit there. Lost a few positions. Adam Pelk, another great start, like I said earlier. P6 for him. Connor Hannick, P5. As top 3, or top 2 I should say, kind of just checked out here. Keenan Kimber in P3, followed by AJ Knickel as Keenan, another huge moment off the exit of that chicane. AJ gonna have to look to the high side now. Connor Hannick not too far behind these two. Maybe he takes advantage. It's AJ Knickel trying to get around Keenan here without losing too much time. He will slot in front. Third through, what, that'd be 6th. That's Adam Pelk's just barely hanging on in their own little train here, trying to maybe reel in the leaders. It's Ridwan already within a 1.5 seconds of Tyler Heff. Keenan Kimber now trying to fend off Connor Hannick. Connor looks to make a move after not having that great of a sprint race. Looks to the inside as Keenan misses the corner just a tiny bit. Luke Allen in P7. Trying to chase down Adam Pelk as he's got, oh man, I forgot this dude's name. Steve Kuntz, yeah, alright, that's Steve Kuntz. Alright, he's P8. Luke Allen P7. It's the rest of the field. Oh, it was in behind. Keenan Kimber gets back around AJ. AJ might have had a penalty. I'm not exactly sure what happened there. Alright, I didn't know I could do that. That's, wow. Keenan Kimber, meanwhile, trying to see if he can even have a chance at chasing down the top 2. Tyler Heff is completely checked out as Ridwan tries to chase him down. Ridwan up 6/10 on his lap time, which is already really, really, really quick. compared to everybody else. Gonna have a 6-second lead probably when he gets done passing Tyler Heff. Tyler Heff getting chased down thanks to the slipstream. He's giving off these. Are these two teammates and I just missed that? That's crazy. Alright, well. I'm gonna guess they are, and I'm just dumb. Yeah, they are. Both FR Racing. That's great. Alright, meanwhile, Ridwan gets around him easily. Tyler Heff obviously isn't gonna fight his teammate. So now they'll try and just pull away from the rest of the field. They're already 6 seconds away as AJ Knickel getting moved out of the way by Connor Hannick. Meanwhile, I was kind of doubting on Adam Pope there being able to stay with these guys. But he stayed with him quite well. P6 for him as he'll look to the inside AJ now. Gives him back the position. Now Luke Allen pulled away from Steve Kuntz there as Stefan tries to get a little bit of time back. He just didn't have a good start. Started P8 thanks to the invert. Not looking great. Fidel Fabian after his spin is P10. Basically everybody P10 on back had an incident. Dylan Baum, looks like he came into the pit lane, served his mandatory. I'm gonna guess that's what George Inferio did too. Back up near the front. Doesn't look like we had any more battles when I was going through the field there. Ridwan has actually gotten back passed by his teammate Tyler Heff. So he'll look to the outside, see if Tyler Heff gives him the position entering or if he backs off. They're going to be side by side into the chicane. Ridwan gives him the position. The two teammates just completely have checked out on this field. FR Racing laying a beatdown. Keenan Kimber, he's lost a second and a half to this top two. So they just even trying to pass each other, they haven't lost time. So Ridwan gonna take back the lead now, see if he can complete the pass into turn one around the outside. He is going to be able to complete it. Ridwan back to the lead. Tyler Heff probably just minding his gap as he gets back by Ridwan as Ridwan makes a mistake on the exit. Tyler Heff, is he going to complete the pass? Not going to happen. Oh, might have had a little bit of contact from his teammate. So Ridwan got a 5/10 penalty there. Meanwhile, Keenan Kimber has dropped down the order because he pit. That makes a lot more sense. So he'll take mediums, it looks like, or at least that's what the game's telling me. Fernando, so pit, or not, Stefan, not Fernando. And then Fidel Fabian, all on mediums. So it looks like you do have to change compounds, but that leaves AJ Connect, Connor Hannick, and Adam Pelk together. Meanwhile, back up here, Ridwan's gonna have to serve his penalty on the front stretch. I guess I don't know what you would call that before the trial. Church? That doesn't make much sense. Anyway, 7-second lead for the top two as they have completely pulled away from this field in the first 5 laps. This has been nothing like the first race where you had the top 3 under a blanket battling the entire time. Tyler Heff really pulled out for a while for about the first 3-4 laps. Then got caught by Ridwan, who had 5/10 penalty on the start. 5/10 penalty, even though it does say 5/10, it's probably more like a second because you're going to lose all your speed here. So we'll see how much time he truly does lose. He'll get the 5/10 initially, and then see Tyler Heff gain on him. Gonna try and go around the outside of his teammate here. Doesn't look like it's gonna happen. Ridwan late on the brakes. Yes, he lost about 8/10 there instead of 5 as Ridwan goes wide again. See if it gives him another penalty. Doesn't look like it did, but Tyler Heff probably hoping for it. Just anything he can do to stick with Ridwan, who's just had blistering pace. As AJ Knickel and Connor Hannick, it looks like they might have had a little bit of contact because they've completely lost Adam Pelk. Adam Pelk's pulled away from them, so I'm not sure what happened between these two. Yeah, not exactly sure. Hopefully they can rebound from that. Only 5.5, almost 6 seconds back from P3 Adam Pelk. Looks like everybody P8 on back has either spun massively or has pit. Fernando Rosario on the back of Keenan Kimber, about a second and a half behind him, a little less than that. Meanwhile, Tyler Heff, 6/10 back, just trying to stay in that slipstream. He's going to have a good bus stop chicane, whatever you want to call it, if he wants to stay with his teammate and have a chance at this win. Yeah, just not a good chicane for Tyler there. Lost a lot of time. He's going to be out of the slipstream now, and I'm pretty sure as long as Ridwan doesn't make any more mistakes, I think he's got this race under wraps, really. I mean, I thought he had a really good shot last race, too, after he passed Keenan on the oval, and I wasn't right, so hopefully I'm not again. I'd like to see a little more action in this. Riker Lommel, disappointing races for him. Spun in both. It's not great. This, oh my god, Steve Coates. Alright, I've said that like 12 times, so I forgot again. Halfway through this race though, 7 laps. Race would have been completed after, I guess, at the end of this lap. Last race, 10-second gap from P2 to P3. That'd be Tyler Heff to Adam Pelk. AJ Knickel, already bit a second into that gap to P3, Adam Pelk. Kind of gapped Connor Hannick in the process too. So Connor gonna have to try and find a little bit more pace if he wants a chance at a podium here, because this is basically for the final podium spot unless Keenan Kimber gaps them all. Keenan gaps them all, that'd be quite surprising. But again, the tires might come into effect too. Everybody on different strategies. Sorry. Winner from the sprint race, P10. Gallon not too far behind him. He's up on his fastest lap time. Go back up to the front. AJ Knickel still 4 seconds back on Adam Pelk. Tyler Heff slowly losing time to his teammate. Ridwan Hamza, I guess. I don't want to butcher these names. Let's go back here, I guess. Not a lot going on right now as wait for people to finish their pit stops off. Top 7 yet to pit at least. See, Fidel Fabian, huge gap really between both. Nobody really near him. Not a great feature race from what was a really good sprint race for him. Top 2 checked out, just gone. AJ Knickel got the gap down to under 3 seconds now. Connor Hannick, about a second and a half behind AJ. Then he got a huge gap after that to, wow, Steve Kuntz. God, finally remembered it after 2 seconds. Gap within 2.5 now. See if AJ can get it down to 2 seconds before the end of this infield section. See if maybe these guys even want to pit soon. Does he got a lap car? That'd be DIVEBOMB, who again just doesn't have the race car, it seems like. Struggling with everything. He's also made a pit stop though, so it doesn't help his case. Blue flags being given to him for being too far back. I mean, that's what blue flags are. Alright, I'm just gonna stop talking. AJ Knickel. Still a gap 2.5 seconds. Gaining time on the straights. Just, I'm not really sure what Adam Pelk's downforce is, but doesn't seem to be the same as rest. AJ dips his wheels in the grass a little bit. See if he gets a time penalty for that. I don't think he will. Doesn't look like enough. He's got it within 2 seconds now. Connor Hannick completely lost touch of AJ there. He's about 4.5 seconds behind Adam Pelk. Still none of these guys have made a pit stop yet. Just had to make a quick change there. Riker Lommel, P7. See, wow, P7. I meant pitting. I don't know why I said P7. Break and Roll takes it down pit road, so that leaves only 6 cars who have a pit. Steve Kuntz, Connor Hannick, AJ Knickel, Adam Polk, Tyler Heff, and Ridwan? I don't know. Ridwan Hamza, who only has a 2-second gap to Tyler Heff. Tyler Heff managed the gap pretty well. Hasn't lost touch of his teammate. So, trying to see, is it Ridwan? Yeah, it's Ridwan. 13-second gap from second to third as AJ's got the gap within a second now to P3. Connor, what I can only assume was contact with Connor Hannick that sent him back here. Tenth up on his fastest lap time of the race. That'd be a 1:44.6. Wouldn't be too far off the fastest lap time of the race in general. See if he can get a good run through this bus stop and get inside of Adam Pelk. He will. Adam Pelk gives him the space, or maybe he didn't get inside. Maybe I'm just blind. So Adam gonna get a bump draft from AJ as the top 2 decide to pit finally. About 5 laps to go in this race. AJ giving Adam a bump here. Maybe he's pitting this lap. That's the only thing I can assume. Yeah, AJ Knickel dives it down pit road, so that'll leave Adam Pelk with the lead. Connor Hannick also decides to pit. See if Steve Kuntz follows them in. Doesn't look like he's going to, unless he goes from top to bottom. Nope, doesn't look like it. But all these guys, unless don't know how this game works, are all on softs. So we'll see. We'll go back to Keenan Kimber here. We'll see where he'll merge compared to all these guys. Nope, Ridwan's on a medium, so I am done. See if he's able to get near the leaders at all. I doubt it. Yeah, Ridwan's out even ahead of Steve Kuntz. Tyler Heff behind Steve. Keenan Kimber, though, will take P3. So it looks like AJ lost a decent amount of time there with all the Connor Hannick shenanigans and everything. So he'll be slotted in P7 now before Adam and Steve hit. Luke Allen on the back of your sprint winner. Wow, Stefan. Jeez, I am struggling. AJ Knickel. Now he's going to try and, I guess, track down Fernando Rosario and Keenan Kimber. Keenan Kimber looks like he's got an easy podium on his hands. Doesn't really look like he's going to have much of a fight unless these tires are a huge difference. Tyler Heff, though, really got to give it to him. Great start, got himself the lead. He's going to come out of here with a P2. See if Adam Pelk decides to dive it into pit road this time. Napa Mobile for, I guess this team was before. East Coast Racing, his own team. Wow, that's really smart, Travis. Yeah, his own team, East Coast Racing. He's gonna dive it down to the pit lane, make his pit stop, the only pit stop you have to make for the race. Ridwan's gonna easily retake the lead. He's got a really big gap to his teammate Tyler Heff, a 6-second gap it's gonna be, I'm pretty sure. So I'm not really sure what happened there for Tyler to lose all that time. Might not be as easy as a podium as I thought for Keenan. Fernando just kind of chilling right behind him. Can't leave out Adam Pelk either. He might have a shot at these guys. I'm not really sure though. Tyler Heff gets around the yet to pit car of Steve Kuntz. See where Adam Pelk comes out compared to P4 Keenan Kimber. So he'll come out P6. Adam Pelk, solid pit stop from him. Solid gain on AJ Knickel too. Maybe he had to take less fuel. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but P6 for Adam. Solid from him. Stefan now. Luke Allen still right behind him. AJ Knickel actually has lost some time. He might have had it off there. I'm not exactly sure. He's back behind Connor Hannick now. So I'm not 100% sure what happened there. So, you know, Connor Hannick was behind him entering the pit lane, so we'll see. And Rosario trying to chase down Keenan Kimber. He's got a fan for Keenan Kimber and Fidel Fabian, but unfortunately Fidel is in the back. Not a great race from Fidel. It's P12. Compared to a sprint race, just abysmal, honestly, but just how it goes sometimes. Keenan Kimber trying to hold off Fernando right now as we see if Steve Kuntz makes his final pit stop this time by, as he's following Tyler Heff. It's going to be 3 to go at the line. He still doesn't make his pit stop, so unless I completely misjudged that he has already made a pit stop, I'm not sure what the goal here is. Maybe he's just going to pit with 2 to go. I don't know. Doesn't want to be on a different set of tires for too long. It's Adam Pelk slowly being reeled in by Stefan and Luke. Luke Allen, this is a pretty solid comeback from him, all things considered. Sprint race wasn't too great, put him at a disadvantage for this feature race. Looking maybe at a P6 here if he can get around for Stefan and Adam Pelk. Doesn't look like Connor Hannick and AJ Knickel have the pace to stay with these 3. Just thought AJ had a chance at a podium even there for a while, but doesn't look to be in the cards. He's struggling in that SLP Toyota. Meanwhile, back at the front, Steve has gotten around Tyler Heff and Keenan Kimber. It might not be as easy as a 1-2 as I thought for FR Racing. Keenan Kimber has gained a lot of time on Tyler Heff here recently. Him and Steve Kuntz continue to battle for P2. 10-second gap Ridwan has to these guys. Keenan Kimber, though, making quick work of these two, gaining a lot of time. He's going to have P3 regardless with that pit stop Steve has to make. But he might be able to get P2 here still. That might bring Fernando with him. Fernando's lost a little bit of time, though, in these last few laps. Keenan Kimber in the slipstream, going to gain a lot of time here. See if Steve makes his pit stop this time by. Doesn't look like he is. Nope, so he'll, I guess, go with the 1 to go strategy of pitting. Or maybe I'm just truly not very bright and he already has pit. Keenan Kimber, though, gonna make the easy pass, go to P3. Keenan Kimber takes P3, now gonna try and chase down Tyler Heff for P2. Got 2 laps to do it. Lap car, I'd assume, with DIVEBOMB making way. Luke Allen got around Adam Pelk and Stefan as I was watching the front of the pack, so he's up to P6. Great drive from him. It's Tyler Heff just trying to keep control of his car here for P2, trying to complete the 1-2 for FR Racing. Not looking great right now, but that oval section is going to help him stay with Keenan, even if Keenan does get by. Keenan has just gained a boatload of time here on this lap too. Looks like Tyler's going to be a sitting duck even before the chicane. Keenan going to look to the outside and see if he can make the pass before the chicane. Side by side, Keenan might give it back. He will, so he'll slot back in line. That'll help. I guess Fernando's kind of lost track of the Keenan Kimber. Keenan Kimber looks like he's just stepped up the pace here in the late going. Just kind of pulled away from everyone. See if Steve finally makes his pit stop here. His final lap for Ridwan, who has just decimated the field here from a P6 starting position. Side by side for P2. Keenan Kimber gets the inside this time. Preferred line into P1. Steve finally makes his pit stop. So that'll give P4 to Fernando and he'll fall on the grid. Meanwhile, Keenan Kimber gonna send it in there to T1. He'll make the pass pretty easily on Tyler. Tyler gonna make a little run back at him. Not gonna happen though. Gonna go back to his outside, look around there. Oh, gonna send it in really deep, trying to get the run off. Really, he's just gotta stay within a little, just like about 5/10. 5/10 and he'll have a shot at it on the oval section. Meanwhile, Ridwan is already out of the infield section. 13-second gap. He's drifting. He's having fun with it. Keenan Kimber might have made a mistake there. He gets back to P3, so Tyler Heff goes back up to P2. Gonna try and keep the 1-2 for FR Racing. Keenan Kimber 6/10 back, exiting the infield section. Gonna try and get the slipstream here. I would guess he would just try and gain enough time through the chicane where he would make the slipstream pass before the line. Let's see, watch him through the chicane. Keenan Kimber. Does he gain enough time? Gained a lot of time through there, actually. Oh, gained it all. Looks around the outside, gonna try and make the pass on P2. Meanwhile, Ridwan Hamza makes a great... Or wow, okay, I just butchered that. Wow, whatever. Alright, Ridwan wins the race because I don't know how to commentate, apparently. Great showing for him. Absolutely decimates the field. Keenan Kimber trying to time the slipstream right, but it's not going to happen. 1-2 for FR Racing. Tyler Heff, great run for him. P4 to P1. Takes P2. Meanwhile, Luke Allen is able to steal P4 away. I'm not really sure what happened to Fernando late. Stefanian takes P5 after starting P8, winning the sprint race. AJ Knickel P7. Adam Pelk, solid showing from him, P8. Connor Hannick fell back to P9. Riker Lommel rounds out your top 10, P10. Phil Fabian P11 got spun out early, didn't really have the pace, it seemed like, to stay with those guys, maybe just got ran over. Steve Kuntz made a late pit stop, finished P12. Marcus Snow, P13. Georgia Inferio also got spun at the start, P14. Or Fano? I think that's what Fano would have been. Wow, okay. Butchering it the entire time. And Dylan Baum, once again, will lead the rear of the field, come home P15, as he's just having fun with it at this point. Yeah, he's having a ball. But 1-2 for FR Racing. Statement race for Ridwan. He's going to dominate this series, just like he dominated the last one. We'll try and get these guys in here now for a podium interview. It's gonna be a second because I don't know their PSNs like I know other people's. So I need his first. SE. Alright, sorry this is taking so long. I probably should have, okay, well, I guess I'm done. SCOR. Okay, yeah, I am done. I think, Stats, help me. I know you're in here. Why is this not working? Yeah, not really sure. Alright, well, I'm not sure what Tyler, never mind, never mind. I'll figure it out. P3 was Keenan Kimber, which I know that one. That one's easy. Do I not know Keenan's PSN? Are you serious? That's why I don't know it, because I'm dumb. Alright, we'll get those two in here. I'm not... Tyler Heff's PSN is... Okay, and then I can't even add. Alright. Gonna have to see if I can get AJ to add the other two. Alright, at least we got Keenan in here. I'm not struggling, Brad, be quiet. AJ, can you add the top two? I can't. It won't let me. Yeah. Alright. Well, while he's adding the top two, we'll interview Keenan Kimber here. Keenan, you had a solid, we'll start with the sprint race. Just a really good sprint race from you. Led half of that race. Take us through your POV of the final lap in the sprint. All right, it's good to hear. All right. And then we'll go to the main race. As we finally got the top two added into this party, we'll go to the main race. Kind of on a different strategy there than the rest of the field. What was the strategy there for the feature? Yep, sounds like a good idea. There was a lot of chaos in these two races. Did they join? Second place is still not joined. That's great. Wait. Is this?
I'm here in case.
Sorry, I couldn't get Tyler in the party. I don't think he is added to me, so I just asked Ridwan to add him, and then we can conduct the second place interview.
All right.
Yep.
Wait, Jamie, could you hear Keenan? Wait, is it not? Can you hear AJ, Jamie?
My mic audio is not on because I figured I was just here for helping.
No, you're fine. Keenan, do you have your mic audio on for the broadcast?
Yep.
All right, well, I guess it couldn't hear you for some reason. That's great.
Yeah, can you double check and make sure your mic audio is on, and maybe he can ask you a question again if it's a problem?
Allow your voice to be shared. Always allow.
Oh, I don't know. That's weird. I guess we'll just we'll keep it rolling then. We'll go to Tyler. Tyler, can you hear me? I assume you can.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. So you made a great move on the start. Went 4 wide around the outside. Take us through your view of the start there. What were you thinking?
Honestly, I felt like it all had to do with the strategy to start with soft tires. I could tell just based off of the start who wasn't starting with softs and who was starting with mediums. I don't know, it just seemed like it was just that easy. Like right off the bat, I could tell, like just with that initial start, that it was going to be interesting. I knew that people were going to have to keep those tires for at least a little bit. You know, I knew people weren't going to take an early pit. So I knew that if I could just have like a good, clean couple turns, I'd be able to kind of run the pack a little bit, make some distance, and see what happens there.
Yeah, and then I mean, a little bit of a battle there with your teammate led to a 1-2. I'm assuming you guys raced each other pretty cleanly. What am I trying to ask here? I don't know.
Yeah, I actually know exactly what moment you're talking about.
Yeah.
I tried to have a little bit of a battle with him,
Yeah.
but it is kind of one of those things where there is definitely a skill gap there. So the battle I knew was going to be short-lived, which it was. I knew that as soon as he would start to get like past like 1 second, he was just going to take off. I saw that at least on my screen, it looked like he was a little loose. But I don't know if that was actually happening or if that was just lag. There were a couple turns that I felt like, I got the best of him on, which kind of kept the battle going a little bit. But ultimately, basically as soon as we pitted, I knew that was over. Because I didn't really practice that much with mediums. And when you combine that with the natural skill gap between me and him, I was like, that's it. As soon as we get into mediums, he's just going to take off, which he did.
All right, still a fantastic race from you, completing the 1-2 for FR Racing. Congrats on the P2.
Thank you.
All right, and then we'll go to our feature winner, Ridwan Hamza. Am I saying that correctly?
Yep, that's right.
Yep, congrats on the feature win first off, but I first want to talk about the sprint race. You kind of got swarmed there on the final lap. Take us through what you were thinking on the final lap, your approach to it in the sprint race.
Yeah, that wasn't it wasn't ideal from my point of view. It was a good finish and a fair finish. It was a good race to the line. I'm sure it looked good on stream, but for me personally, I didn't enjoy it because I lost 2 positions like 100 meters before the line. Yeah, the whole sprint race, I was struggling a bit here and there. Like, I took the lead at one point and then I made a mistake into turn 1. I lost it again to Keenan. So I was struggling here and there, and then I thought I got a good exit heading onto the banking before the bus stop chicane. But then the straight line speed of that Porsche, he must have been running a really low downforce setup. And that straight line speed from the Porsche made him come alongside me heading into the bus stop. So then I had to take a slower line through there, which compromised my exit and then allowed for him and Frenchie to get a really good slipstream heading down to heading down to the finish line. So it was unlucky, but we move on. That's racing.
All right, and then we'll go to the feature race. You had to start P6 thanks to the invert there. You had a really good start though. Got to P3. The only really issue you had there was you had a few time penalties. What was the reason for those time penalties? Just driver error?
Yeah, well, kind of. So off the start, I got a really good jump, and I managed to go right around the outside of, I think it was George or Sniper. And then I got bumped into turn one, which led me out wide and past the white line, and I had to save it heading into the first corner, which I just managed to do so. But in doing so, it made me pick up a half-second penalty. And then heading into the bus stop, I didn't account for the dirty air as well as I should have, and I picked up another half-second there. So after lap one, I was 2 seconds off the lead, but I slowly chipped away at it, and then made my move on my teammate, which was a bit sketchy for the few laps we were exchanging positions. There wasn't any clear-cut overtakes, but eventually I got a groove going and managed to make a gap and didn't look back after that.
All right. Well, congrats on your. Oh, one more question. I forgot about this almost. What happened at the start of the sprint race there? I saw you must have stalled, I assume. Kind of didn't get going.
I have no idea. Like, I looked on the replay and I released the brake when I should have. My accelerator was showing full input and the game just didn't let me go. So I have no idea what happened there. It was a game glitch, and then as soon as Luke hit my rear, it allowed me to start driving. So I just had to continue with that. It was a weird glitch from the game, so not sure what happened there.
Unfortunate, but still came out with the podium in the sprint and the win in the feature. Congrats on the 1-2 for FR Racing and the win.
Yep, thank you very much.
All right, and then I think that's it for interviews. We'll have tomorrow's broadcast for the IndyCar penultimate round of IndyCar. I'm pretty sure, right? That's the penultimate round.
Third to last.
Third to last. All right, close. Not sure what track it is. Is it Rapuna Park?
Rapuna Park Outer Loop.
Rapuna Park Outer Loop. Riker Llama will be broadcasting that, I'll assume, and then you'll see this series back next week. I'm pretty sure. No, September 10th.
2 weeks, Labor Day.
September 10th. Yep, Labor Day weekend. Watkins Glen. Thanks to our sponsors, DIVEBOMB, SimLeague Pro. What else do we have? I'm not 100% sure.
James McAdam Photography.
Yep, that.
I have my mic audio off, so you
James
can keep going.
Jamie said he could hear you.
I turned it off again.
Oh. James McAdams Photography, right? I said that correctly?
Yep.
All right. And is that it?
Ajak and Nickel Design.
Oh, Ajak and Nickel Design and Burning Rubber Podcast.
There you go.
Yeah, all right. All right, so that's it. I am Travis Van Ostenhorp once again.